I am Commander Lykera, the commander of the 2020. You may ask yourself, what is that? Let me explain to you. Of the 20 races that have banded together to really cement the Galactic Confederation, I am the commander of the original Base 20. Also, the aerial commander of the Silver League of 20, and of the 20 ground legions of shock forces who lead the invasion to liberate forces. We are of the light. We are of the Ashtar Command.
Alright, I'm gonna ask you these questions that these random people asked.
Proceed.
Okay. This person asked, why did they agree to be here?
In your soul contracts, you agreed to be here because you knew somewhere deep down you either needed the soul push or you needed to pay. You needed to pay a price, or you wanted a fast track on soul ascension. This planet is a prison, but it also is, how do you say, a boot camp for special forces. Everyone here knew it was going to be hard, but you still overtook the task. And you try to exceed the standards every day. You try to be a better human being every day and push, even though everything is stacked against you every moment of every day. Everything's trying to kill you. You constantly need to take in nutrition. You constantly need to take in water. There are stressors every day. Anxiety, fight or flight. So many things that you can't think. And still you need to push to make yourself a better person. And love. And better yourself as a human being through love. But to do all things through love. And to find that love is what is everything. And is what connects everything. And we should all love each other and love everything. We are everything. And we should treat everything with care, as we would ourselves.
Will I be able to reunite with my family? What do you... Okay. Will I be able to reunite with my family?
Of course. Your souls are only in avatars down here. In the higher dimensions, all souls are able to communicate with each other at the speed of consciousness, which is the fastest speed there is at this instant. You will be with your loved ones instantly. There is no disconnect. Disconnect is only here because here is a prison. You are trapped here to be tested, tried, and tried again. To show if you are worthy or not worthy. To show if you will grow. To show what is in you. It is hard, yes. No one said it would be easy. But that's what it takes to be the top. That's what it takes to rule. That's what it takes to be a god. It takes the best of you. It takes understanding. It takes being every being, from a bug, an insect, to the most complex being out there. You must experience it all before you're able to rule it all. You must be able to put yourself in the shoes and feel the heart of the being in order to justify and justly judge things, and to bring justice and vengeance for those who cannot, and to bring balance. Because when you are up on high, you will watch your creation. Then you'll be able to know this lesson and be like, like Lykera told us once, that immortal, that semi-divine goddess and you will thank me. Next question.
What do you feel when or after you die?
You don't feel anything, you're dead. Literally, you don't feel anything, you're dead.
I think
Unless
they
you've
think your
committed
personality.
some grave sin and you need to pay for it, you won't feel pain. You will be beyond pain. You will be in bliss. Your soul will be freed from the contract on this body, this beautiful temple that you and Prime Creator inhabit together with the Holy Trinity.
I'm not gonna ask that one.
Ask away, even know how simple and silly.
They'd like to know their death date.
Their death date. I can only not. I can estimate your death date. You may die when you're 98. You may die when you're 101. If you get there, that is dependent upon a myriad of factors, which in order, your timeline is always changing every day with every decision. So in order for me to estimate your death date, your natural cause of death should be anywhere from 98 to 101 for that person.
Do you ever get bored of spooking people?
I am not a divine spirit. I am not a spirit, so I do not spook people. Usually, when an instant happens, it's either a person is psychically a psychic runoff off of a powerful psychic person, and they're freaking themselves out. When people get scared and they're able to concentrate and focus in, say, a very quiet room, and they're freaking out and they expect something to happen with their mind psychically, they can make it happen. They'd be like, "Ooh, that was a spirit or a ghost." Now, people also will focus and be strong enough as a group and resonance to glimpse something in the past if they want it so much. They can make things happen in reality. As human beings, you often don't understand the impact of what you're doing collectively as a whole. That's why the need to control you is so high. You guys as a whole, with the minds, your consciousness, your psychic abilities, you guys are reality shapers. Individually, you may not be strong because you have not worked your psychic fallacies at all. But together, you can build off each other. You can charge each other up. You can break through barriers. It also says this in the Bible, this phenomenon, when two or more get together, the power is yours. Because you break through the veil, the natural clamp that they put on you guys, in order to keep you guys safe to handle. It's like having a tiger cub. You're gonna get rid of him until you're gonna keep the tiger cub around until it's able to bite your hand off. You're gonna get rid of it before it's able to make you lose a finger. They're basically treating you human beings the same way. They're neutering you guys before you guys become through your bloom. That's why you guys die only about at 100 years old. With this new age, and with all the beings that will come and the change that will come, you guys will live a lot longer. You might want to pause it. She's screaming for you, bloody murder.
Okay.
This is Lykera, Commander of the Supreme Council.
The next question is, did Epstein really kill himself?
Epstein tried, but Epstein was taken away in witness protection. What was done was to this clone, which was just a lifeless body that they made just to snap its neck. He's in witness protection, waiting for the day for him to testify against the deep state cabal. So is Mr. Knapp and JFK Jr. As far as my intel.
Why have you been watching and abducting Earthlings?
We try to keep a band, a police band, a protective band, and a quarantine around this planet to keep you guys as safe as possible. Sometimes there are different programs that will grab a human being, but they are other humans or human hybrids that are complicit with your governments and things of that nature. If we wanted to take you, trust me, we would take you in your sleep. You would not know anything. We would replace your memories if you would be one of us. Why fight when you can love? We would show you a life and a love like no other. Things that you would never have wondered about. Everything would have been magic to you. But to bring you back from all that to this, you would never be the same. To see divine and semi-divine beings, to see the workings of the universe and the cosmos and beyond, to have things revealed to you you've not yet earned, and to marvel at the wonder of them, only leading to more questions. Sometimes seeing things that you're not ready for will curb your thinking, will keep you in a cage rather than set you free. So we take great caution in all.
Um, I'd ask if they had the technical capability to answer the question about the chicken or the egg.
The chicken.
Okay.
Many beings lay eggs.
How the hell did you get here, and can you explain how your ship flies?
I got here through projection of consciousness through a being who is, well, we'll leave the details out for anonymity, but I am quantum psychically projecting my resonant likeness through another like being who is resonating with me currently. That's how I got here. How beings physically get to your planet is either they'll clone, they'll send an autonomous ship which will clone a psychic dummy for them to psychically inhabit, and they'll inhabit and experience everything through that psychic dummy, as to not put their real body at any type of peril, or their body through any type of age. They will put their body through stasis, so the whole time, uh, and rotation here, that they wouldn't age a day, but they will have lived the whole life in another body that they would psychically pilot. So they would get done whatever they need to get done here, whatever task, small, big, and different. They would gain nothing but data, because there's not only this planet, it's many other planets around here, and the super gates that surround this whole planet. That's why it's so dark here, because you guys are on the cusp. You guys are away from the light, away from Prime Creator. You guys are on the outside. You guys are quarantined here because of what happened. You were made to be guardians and wardens, and beings that we allowed to come here on a humanitarian mission to save their planet ended up tinkering, and they ended up getting infected by the evil and the nanites. So eventually, throughout time, they've almost become, let's say their numbers have thinned, and they were duly punished for what they did. They were very, very infected, and a lot of them are cured. They may still be around, but the ones who were infected with nanites, it affected their judgment, their well-being. It made them more like the beings who originally created the nanites, which were far off. When that planet exploded and that asteroid brought that here through this gate, through the super gate, even though it was supposed to be locked and there's supposed to be no chance of it getting through. Somehow, some way, they found the timing to get it through the gate, and planets were infected. That caused a macro planet near you to be destroyed. And also, while the debris was moving through the supergate, through your sun, which is a mega gate that leads back to the divine, and then the supergate that's beyond it, which is the darkness. It's so big that it looks like your whole universe, but it's a mega supergate. It's like it can take you anywhere. You have to pilot it by consciousness. If you don't have anywhere, you don't know anywhere in space, it'll take you nowhere. Literally. It's a dimension of nowhere. But if you have a place in mind, it'll take you there. A lot of people who will go through a black hole think, I'm going to die. So it'll take you to death's door.
Oh my god.
It's a consciousness programmed wormhole.
It just does it.
It has no mind. It just
does.
It does what you project your consciousness to do.
So then they die?
Not necessarily. But they would be heralds of the underworld.
Scary. Or not scary, I don't know.
Imagine when the moon had its own atmosphere before it was stripped away. When the planets were twins and they held the atmosphere between them with the world tree. And the world tree spanned the planets, and that's how beings move back and forth through the atmosphere in the cosmos. Imagine that. These keys created gates. They didn't need a Stargate system, because if the tree existed on one planet, you could travel in between, using the resonance of the wood. They found a way to open up.